Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Thursday, November the 19th. Well, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases surpassed 7,000 in Clark County today, with 162 more reported, making 7,080. 4 more deaths were also reported, making 8 this week. That's the highest weekly total since the start of the pandemic. The latest casualties were 2 women, 1 in her 80s and 1 in her 70s, and 2 men, both in their 70s, all with underlying health conditions. And that brings the pandemic death toll in Clark County to 87. The county says 501 cases are currently considered active. Now, the lone bit of good news was that hospitalizations fell slightly, with 53 confirmed and 7 suspected cases, accounting for 9.6% of bed space. With the mounting COVID numbers in Washington State and specifically here in Clark County, Evergreen Public School Superintendent Mike Marlino has announced most of the district's 24,000 students will remain in remote learning through the end of January. The goal, Marlino said, was to provide students and families a more concrete date and to help with planning for hybrid learning. Evergreen will continue to allow in-person kindergarten classes as well as small groups of at-risk students who need extra support. Evergreen is Southwest Washington's largest district. Marlino said they're optimistic about good news on a possible vaccine and hopeful hybrid learning could begin as soon as February 1st. To read the full letter to parents, see the story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, another Southwest Washington lawmaker is adding her voice to those expressing criticism over Washington Governor Jay Inslee's decision to ban gatherings and limit businesses for at least a month. Senator Ann Rivers said she is puzzled by Inslee's brand of science. The 18th District Republican said the state's own data shows it's safer to be in a restaurant or grocery store with safety precautions in place than in your own home. The senator also believes women and mothers or minority communities will probably be affected disproportionately by the new restrictions. Rivers said her sources in the healthcare sector are more concerned about the supply of nurses than they are about hospital capacity. Rivers also expressed concern about the governor's decision this summer to cut Medicaid funding to nursing homes in the middle of the pandemic. Rivers' comments come one day after 18th District Republican Senator Linda Wilson expressed similar concerns to Clark County Today. To see both legislators' comments, make sure to visit our website. Well, the city of Battle Ground may have stirred up a hornet's nest with the trucking community. City Council has been wrestling with the issue of what to do about truckers parking their rigs along public streets, mostly along Southeast Commerce Avenue near Battle Ground Village. Following complaints from neighbors, the city posted signs restricting vehicles parked along the road to less than 14,000 pounds. But truckers say homeless people and derelict RVs parked sparked those complaints, and they're getting swept up in the enforcement. The city does have 2 lots where truckers can pay to park, but they say it's often over capacity, leaving them with few options. City Council is weighing new rules that would allow parking in industrial areas for up to 48 hours every 14 days. Council could also choose to restrict parking in residential neighborhoods, banning tractor trailers in driveways. Another hearing and potential vote on the issue is scheduled for the council's next meeting after the Thanksgiving holiday. Is a new interstate bridge project necessary for Oregon and Washington to avoid repaying $140 million in federal money in 2025? Well, that's what many of the planners have been saying. But Joe Cordwright, a retired economist, says the states may have a different option.
And I actually had a conversation with Greg Johnson and said, hey, you're absolutely wrong on this. There's no repayment if you do the no build. And his response was, well, there's just no way we'd do the no build. It's like, people choose the no build all the time. I know the 2 DOTs don't want to choose the no build, but if they do choose the no build, then they don't have any repayment obligation. So it's just a fiction that they've created.
The original $3.5 billion Columbia River Crossing project fell apart in 2014 after the Washington legislature declined to match funding from the state of Oregon, largely over disagreements about the inclusion of light rail. The steering committee behind the revised project plans to announce a preliminary finance package on December 1st, though details of what the new bridge might look like still remain unclear. Pretty much every day after Thanksgiving has a theme, so why not a day for buying art? Here's Paul Valencia to explain.
You've heard of Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and even Cyber Monday. Now there is a new name for the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and it's a day designated to celebrate the arts. Artist Sunday makes its debut November 29th. It is a national event with thousands of artists across the country who have put their links into one big website, artistsunday.com. And if one does a search for Washington State, you'll find dozens of artists from Clark County. We talked to several local artists who are excited about this new opportunity. Tom Relf, Jennifer Williams, and Kathy Marty said they hope this is the beginning of something big. The hope is that Artist Sunday catches on and becomes an annual event. As the website claims, there's perhaps nothing more personal than a gift of the arts. For more on the local angle of this national event, along with a list of Clark County artists who are participating, see our story on clarkcountytoday.com.
All right, thanks, Paul. And that is your Thursday look at the stories we're following for you at clarkcountytoday.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay in the know and sound off about what's happening in our community. You can send us emails with news tips and feedback as well. news@clarkcountytoday.com is the address. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.